the Meditation Immersion, we meet twice a month for 2 hours on Monday nights. I do ask that you have a daily practice or you get a daily practice, but it is much more relaxed if this is sort of your immersion. And then we have 2 tracks. So do you all teach? Let's see. Yeah. You can engage the teacher training aspect, which this immersion, we're doing it a little bit differently. It'll be a separate weekend where you'll learn how to teach, and then you'll get to test out your teaching skills on your colleagues first. And then you have 6 practicums on community meditation where you are teaching. And then hopefully we'll become a teacher on community meditation. That's sort of what we offer to you as a place to teach if you want it. Which I think is a unique aspect of what we do, that you have a place where you can actually go and hone your craft right away. And then the other track is if you just want to engage the material. The first 2 months are with me for the most part, and we go through stages 0 through 4 of meditation practices. And then after that, it's pretty much guest teachers from there. And so you learn all sorts of different kinds of meditation and different ways of being, and Ayurveda and all the things that accompany meditation practice. And I think the cost this year is $3,200, but again, there's a early bird special before, I think, July 15th. And that's a bigger group that we take about 20 people, and we usually get about 20 people. So sign up. And I think you can learn about that immersion at mindoasis.org. And then there's probably a learn tab, and then you can just go to immersions. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the meditation immersion for you?
Okay. The meditation immersion for me was definitely a personal growth opportunity. It was the perfect thing for a pandemic in a way that I had not even known that I needed. And now that the pandemic is over, now that we are reemerging into grocery stores without masks, I'll put it that way, it's a blessing to look back and see where I started in March as a human to where I am now as a human, and the things that used to set me off before, now I can be like, yeah, okay, whatever. There's a lot of things that have happened in my life since really the beginning of this year. And I honestly don't think that I would have taken some of the journeys and taken the risks of some of the journeys if I hadn't gone through this practice. So I'll be moving in August. I'm super excited, but also apprehensive. And I don't know that I would have been so willing to kind of just go head forward with all of those things had I not been through this process of the immersion, honestly. So it's been a great experience.
Yay. It was a total delight to have you in that immersion. What about you, Kim?
Well, it was a really fun experience. It was really different than I expected, being more of the neurodiverse variety. My expectation and typical to my lifestyle, what appeared was completely different in kind of the coolest way possible. So it was really cool for me because I learned a lot about meditation, and my journey was really different than my classmates because I learned kind of the whole first part of the journey for me wasn't learning how to meditate. It was realizing how much I didn't. I was just trying to figure out how to sit, and that what I thought was really cool is how accepting it is on Mind Oasis for that variety in the journey. Like my classmates were like, I'm meditating every day. My life is changing. It's great. And I'm all like, good for you. I still can't figure out how to sit without my legs going to sleep. And everyone was still like, yay, good job. And so I thought that for me, that was the coolest part about Mind Oasis training with meditation, or any trainings I've done here at Mind Oasis versus other places, is that I'm still learning. I'm still working on our lessons from our immersion, like way back, even though I'm now in a new one. And they're helping me actually, because my newest immersion ended up being a way bigger physical challenge than I was expecting, which has brought me back to the mental challenges of meditation. And they are helping me with the new challenge. And I thought that was really cool. is I felt like when I finished my immersion, I was like, oh, well, I was feeling a little, a little ego. I was feeling a little secretly like, oh, I didn't get as far as my classmates. But then as I was tackling these realities of my experience with the new, more physical yoga immersion, I was like, wait, I'm learning all these tools. It did sink in. It's there. I didn't realize it's there, but it's there. Because now I'm using all of those to not let that get to me and be like, this is my practice. And this is how, as Joseph said, this is the yoga for me. And it's not the yoga for them. And that's cool because we all do our own. So that was kind of my wandering experience, but I really enjoyed it. I hope to continue doing more meditation immersions and trying to figure out the elusive daily practice and not having things go to sleep. And yeah, so still learning, but I thought it was really worth it. And yeah.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah, it was a really fun group. What about you, Natalie?
Well, I did the first immersion, and it definitely jump-started my practice a little bit. I'm kind of one of those people that is on and off with it. Well, I was for many, many years, and it kind of made me, be more consistent with my practice. I mean, I definitely miss days and things like that, but it's a consistent part of my life now, which was always a goal of mine. So it helped me with that. And then just all the different teachers that you brought in for that one too, I thought was really great. To just sort of like get little bits and pieces of different teachings was really good for that specific immersion. So you could kind of see what you wanted to maybe delve into more. Yeah, I just really, I just love all of it. I love learning this kind of stuff. So it just was, I just love to glean all the information I can from people's brains. So, yeah, but the biggest takeaway for me was just coming away with a more consistent practice, which was kind of the goal for me.
Awesome. What about you, Mandy?
Well, for me, the immersion was a lesson in I didn't know what I didn't know. There was so much to learn. And so meditation was definitely new to me. And I loved every minute of going deeper with the lessons and exploring that part of my mind or my being or my way of being on this earth. And so I found it super valuable. I wasn't looking for a change in my life. I was just looking to learn more, and I got that and and more.
So thanks y'all for sharing your experience in the immersion.